Oh my God. They're all underneath this rock. This is a dwelling. You've got to be kidding me. Look at that. Let's see if I can show that. They're all underneath this rock. This is a freaking ruin. Got her. Thanks. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how we didn't see that. If we find a beer can down here, I'm going to be pissed. Look at this.
What do you think?
Oh, it's totally a natural structure. Oh my goodness. So this is the house, and that is the mother-in-law residence.
That's the honeymoon suite.
Yeah.
That's the romantic view of the valley honeymoon suite.
Yeah.
That's gotta be. What could you put in here?
I don't know, but
That's the doghouse.
the doghouse. Just be careful, not really touch anything.
See now, again, this is different than this. Look at that.
Yeah,
I think that's from smoke.
maybe. And if I was going to have a fire, it would be back here, and that's where you've got.
I don't know. I mean, yeah,
I'm not.
you got a lot more flat rocks on the ground, like it's maybe worth more here.
Yeah, I don't have much archaeological education, but
That's cool.
I know a guy or two. I'm more of an animal guy. And there might be something down here. There's the doghouse probably down there. I think so.
But that ain't big enough for a person to get in. I mean, put the kids in there.
Joe, there's more. Kind of that ledge goes around.
Don't go down there.
No, I'm not. I'm just.
Let's
Yeah,
let's go down on that bench.
Yeah, okay.
If we go down on that bench and look back up, we might be able to see more. God, we were on top of this rock. There's an overhang over us.
Taking the photos.
And this overhang, we were taking photos of that. We took pictures of each other crawling in.
Yeah.
I took pictures back up of him and didn't even see this right here.
So these look stamped. The striations there. We're gonna, and if you look, it's all curved on the inside. So I don't know if it's dishes or what. It could just be naturally occurring, but
They're clamshells. I find them on the beach all the time.
right. So we're gonna tiptoe through here, and other than take pictures, we'll get out of here and go find a buck, right?
Jason won't spot another buck the rest of the trip because he's gonna be looking at his dang feet in the cliffs.
So all right. So we're gonna go get some shots back that way, and then we're gonna skedaddle, and we ain't telling nobody where we are. That's the front door.
Yeah, it goes down in and it's got some shells, some flat rock.
Any rock paintings at all?
I didn't go in it.
I haven't noticed any.
Yeah, I haven't either, but I didn't go in it.
I've been looking.
You can be the first white man on a Wednesday to go in there.
Ooh. That's a lot of Wednesdays.
I didn't go in there yet.
Wow.
Anyway,
I guess as the biggins didn't get around up here. Makes me wonder about the history, like you were saying, if they were more nomadic or if there were bigger groups. So we were getting back out of here. And Joe found the, I guess it would be the fourth room to the place. So it's pretty neat. We're just looking for a way to navigate back up on top of this lahar. Anyway, we're gonna go find Joe a big buck. Super cool, and it's just amazing to see what was done. And I don't know how long ago, but just to see it. So anyway, we're not gonna mess with it. We're just gonna go back and do what we do, which is try to find Joe a big buck. So, all right. Guess who spotted this one?
Morning. It's day 8 of a 9-day hunt. We've seen a couple decent bucks, but nothing we want to shoot. A couple mornings ago, we were down in a deep canyon, and on the way out, Jason spotted another cliff dwelling, and this one has a bunch of rock art on it. And so when we were in the bottom of that canyon, we'd seen a track from a good sized buck. It was a good sized animal, and we'd like to we're going to try to find him. But when we were there the other day, it was the middle of the day when we saw the track. It was fresh from that day, probably.
2 sets of eggs. So.
Yeah, further on up the canyon, there was another set. Looked like there were 2 bucks maybe together. And a lot of them are moving, I think, through the bottom of that canyon to get to the low country where the majority of the deer already are. Most of the deer have left this country and they're down low. But there's a few stragglers, and what we're going to do, since it was the middle of the day when we got down there, we are leaving a couple hours before daylight with headlamps. And so we're going to try to get down there and be down. There's a cut trail down the canyon a little ways now from where we had hunted down that we can make real good time. So if we leave a couple hours before daylight, we can be down in there at daylight and maybe catch something moving. And after that, we're going to go up to the dwelling and the rock art and kind of get some photos and check that out. And that'll be our day hunt. And if that don't work out, tomorrow morning we're going to head down into the desert floor where a lot of these deer have already moved to for the winter. So we'll see how that goes.
It does have a window.
Well, that might just be an entry. I mean, as far as, you know, I guess if it's a burial, they wouldn't. They would just make like a tomb, wouldn't they?
There's a bunch of little handprints all over the wall up here.
Is that right?
Yeah. See them? And then there's different kinds of art. We got petroglyphs and we got pictographs. I noticed this color band. It's probably got iron oxide in it. That's what they're using to paint with. Now the yellow I don't know about. I'm not sure about the structure itself. I'm gonna not go in it. So here I'm not sure what it all means, but you know, some of these kind of look like bird tracks, you know. Not that I'm gonna be much of an interpreter, but those other ones, I don't know, maybe they're snowflakes almost, you know, and, you know, it's pretty cool. I'm not sure how well this is going to show up. We'll have to get some photos. So this is the structure we spotted from, I don't know, a mile away or so, and we're glassing for bucks. And
I was glassing for bucks. He was looking up at the cliff.
right. And how many bucks did you find?
Not as many as you found me.
So anyway, we stumbled on, I don't know if it's a summer dwelling or if it may be a burial plot, but there's a window, so I don't know why a burial thing would have a window in it. Behind us are some petroglyphs. There's also pictographs, but then also you can see like some stuff from more recent times. It says like 1946. But in the original, like earlier about time white man got here, this was, already inhabited by the Paiutes and the Utes. And before that, I believe, was the Anasazis. And the very little I know about it from the literature we've picked up is that these structures may have come from that. So I don't know what ever happened to them. My curiosity is definitely satisfied because we were here, and thanks Joe. He gave up his morning hunt so we can come up here and look at these. And anyway, I'm going to get some photographs and whatnot. There's little handprints behind me. I don't know if you can see them or not, but they're coming off this red red clay has iron oxide and it lasts forever. And so because they're little, they're either little people or they're children. This is south facing, so it's going to get the sun as it comes across. If anybody had them on that side, they'd be really cold all the time. So
It is pretty cool because it's not a tourist attraction. It's not something
No.
they've ruined by putting out in the parking lot and for information signs and stuff. You're just way back in there and you stumble on it. It's pretty neat. Really.
the one we ran into 3 days ago was totally another accident, but it was, in my opinion, more secluded and kind of harder to see. This one we saw from another ridge, and that one, even from below, you couldn't see because the growth that has come up since that structure was put there. So, that remains hidden and we'll be seeing a lot less than this one. So I don't know how often this gets visited. Might be in a book somewhere, but anyway, it's pretty stunning, especially when you're, over there just glassing and you see it. So it's not every day you stumble on these. So, 2 in a week's pretty good. So.